Hello.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening. How are you, Vijay?
I'm fine, ma'am.
Really good. Let me know if you find any doubt in our previous class.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So previous class was just a demo class, right? So that's why I just find the things which are there in our syllabus. So we just link the things with each other, right? Now we'll do each and everything in more details. Okay. We'll do more
Okay, ma'am.
process, we'll do more practices, we'll do more definitions, which are definitely the terms which are included over here in this chapter, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Before starting, let me know what exactly heredity is.
Heredity is the passing on of several traits of the parents to their
Hmm.
offspring.
Right. So this is just the passing of traits from one generation to another. Okay. What is F1?
Ma'am, F1 is the first filial progeny.
Correct. Generation.
Yes,
Okay. And how can we find dominant and recessive trait?
ma'am. Dominant trait always expresses itself whether or not the recessive trait is present or not.
Hmm. Exactly. Who was the father of genetics?
Ma'am, Johann Gregor Mendel.
Gregor Johann Mendel. Let me know the name of plant on which several experimentation was done before the formulation of laws.
Garden pea.
What garden? It's garden
Ma'am,
pea.
pea.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the biological name? Yes. Shh. What is the
Oh, ma'am, I
biological
don't know.
name? Biological name
Ma'am,
of
I
garden pea?
ma'am, it is Pisum sativum.
Right. Now, how many traits were there which he selected for the crosses?
And the traits were the height of the plant, the
7 traits
texture
were
of,
there.
yes, ma'am.
The very first is, as you said, height. Okay. Second one is
Ma'am, texture of the,
color of flower, color of cotyledons, then position of flower. Anything else?
yes, ma'am, texture of the
Mm,
seed, that is wrinkled and
shape.
round.
Correct. Correct. Even color of unripe pod, form of unripe pod, and shape of seed. Correct. So contrary characters are height is
Tall and red.
tall and dwarf. Color of flower is
Ma'am, it is purple and
red and white. Color of cotyledons,
ma'am, no idea.
yellow and green. Position of flower, Axillary and terminal. Color of unripe part. Green and yellow. Form. Inflated and constricted. Shape. Round and wrinkled. We always pick first letter of dominant trait. So capital is always for dominant trait and small letter is always for recessive trait. Like red, white, yellow, green, axillary, terminal, green, yellow, inflated, constricted, round, wrinkled. Like this. Okay?
All right, ma'am.
Any doubt with it?
No, ma'am, no doubt.
Great. So now monohybrid cross. How to define monohybrid cross?
Ma'am, in a cross where only a single trait is observed.
Hmm. The cross in which the heredity of only one trait is observed is called monohybrid cross. So, okay, what is the position of gametes? Although characters are diploid, but the gametes are always okay. Before this, what is phenotype?
Ma'am, phenotype is how the traits are expressed, such as
Physical
the phenotype.
expression of a trait,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Physical expression of a trait, like
Ma'am,
tall,
tallness.
round, etc. And genotype,
Ma'am, these are present in the genes of the plant, and every plant has a set of genes.
genetic constitution of a trait. Like for tall, capital T, or capital T, small t. It depend upon the trait. Like trait is like homozygous or it heterozygous, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Someone had to. Door close करो. Yes. Similarly, there are few more terms which we need to discuss over here. What is genetics? Sometimes we are use the word the trait is genetically inherited.
Ma'am, these traits which are passed on from the parent itself.
It is the branch. It is the branch of biological sciences which deals with the mechanism of transmission of characters from parents to offsprings, right? So genetic is definitely derived from a Latin word which means to grow, to become, right? GEN means to grow. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Then next thing is I want to give you some easy examples. Tough one. This book. Gene. What is gene? Hope you heard about gene, bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
Ma'am, these are the traits present in as a part of chromosome,
Mm.
and
So a character is determined by a pair of factors present in each cell called gene, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, next. So suppose, bete, if for a cross, the phenotype and genotype is given to you. Phenotype is round seed crossed with wrinkled seed. Genotype are capital R and small r. Right? How to proceed with this?
And what, ma'am, what do we have to do exactly?
Yes, Vijay?
Ma'am, what do we have to do exactly?
So we have to show monohybrid cross. All those
Already.
F1, F2, we have to derive F1 generation, F2 generation.
Yes, ma'am. F1 generation will have the phenotype as a round seed, and the genotype will be capital R and small r.
Okay, so this is your P.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we'll do gamete formation. Second step, as both the plant will self-pollinate. And during gamete formation, they will segregate it apart. Like this. That's why gametes are said to be haploid. Gametes are always haploid,
Haploid.
single set of chromosome, while parents are always diploid, a pair of chromosome. Now we'll derive F1 generation. So in F1 generation, suppose if I am considering this as 1, 2, 3, and 4. So one will cross with 4. 1, 3, first 1, 3, 1, 4, and then we'll do 2, 3, 2, 4, right? So resultant is capital R smaller, capital R smaller, capital R smaller, capital R smaller. So what will be the phenotype, bete?
Ma'am, all are round.
All are heterozygous round. As you know, homozygous and heterozygous, right? Then bete, this F1 will be your P2 now. Again cross pollination. Again they segregated apart before crossover. During gamete formation, they will segregate it apart. Then same pattern, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. Let me know the product of second generation.
We will have capital R,
Hmm.
capital R, small r,
Hmm.
capital R, small r,
Hmm.
and small r, small r.
Very good. So what will be the phenotype?
Ma'am, the phenotype of the first one will be homozygous round seed,
Correct.
and heterozygous round seed for second and third,
Very good.
and homozygous ringled seed for the fourth one.
Very good. So what will be the ratio, bete?
Ma'am, it will be 3:1.
Phenotypically, so there are two ratios. One ratio is called phenotypic ratio and another ratio is called genotypic ratio. So what is phenotypic ratio?
Ma'am, the ratio of the traits which get expressed.
Correct. For monohybrid cross, it is always 3:1, while genotypic ratio is
1:2:1.
1:2:1. Correct. That's how we can express. So there are 7 traits. At least you can practice 2 or 3 by
Ma'am,
your
I
own.
didn't understand the
Hmm.
haploid and diploid part.
Haploid. Haploid means single set of, when single set of chromosome is present. As beta single R. While diploid means a pair. Capital R, capital R.
Okay.
Right? So haploid means half of the original set of chromosome. So if original set of chromosome expressed in 2, then half of this will be 1. If original is 4, then half of that will be 2. Okay?
Okay, ma'am, got it.
Any other doubt, bache?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So then second thing is, yes, just go through this. Let me know if you can find. Gregor John Mendel is considered as father of evolution.
Ma'am,
True or false?
that is false.
Okay. So what will be the correct statement?
Ma'am, Gregor Johann Mendel is considered as the father of, I think so, ma'am, it should be genes or, ma'am, actually don't know that.
Mhm. Father of genetics. Because genetics is the branch of science which deals with all these heredity transmission of trait, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. Chalo. Next question, bache.
Ma'am, false.
The characteristic that an organism inherits from its parent are called traits, and they are not controlled by genes. They are controlled by genes. Fills up. The rules of dash determine the process by which traits and characteristics are reliably inherited.
Ma'am, don't know, ma'am.
Inheritance. Only with that help we get to know about that, na, which trait express itself and which not.
Yes, ma'am.
Dash is considered as father of genetics and he gave the law of inheritance.
Gregor Johann Mendel.
Correct. The characteristic that an organism inherits from its parent are called dash and they are controlled by genes.
Don't know, ma'am. Don't remember
Are
actually.
called inherited trait. I think in demo class I told you about two type of trait, na? Acquired trait and
Yes.
inherited trait.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't remember.
No. Right? So Mendel's contribution of inheritance. Okay. It's there in your slide. So are called inherited traits and they are controlled by genes. So this is same as that, but over here the word inherited is not given. Right? Okay, then
Yes, ma'am.
move to the next. What are the rules of inheritance of traits? So this is tall cross with short, all tall of offspring. When heterozygous tall cross with each other, in that case, we will find the ratio of 3:1. 3 among are tall, while only one is dwarf. Right? So the rules of inheritance of inherited traits in human being are related to the fact that both the father and the mother contribute practically equal amount of genetic material to the child. It means in our genetic constitution, 50% contribute by father and 50% contribute by mother. Hence the ratio is 1:1. Right?
Yes.
This means that each trait can be influenced by both paternal and maternal DNA. Thus, for each trait, there will be two versions in each child. So what will then the trait seen in child be? So Mendel worked out the main rules of such inheritance, where he obtained 3 tall plants and only 1 dwarf plants by doing self-pollination. So Mendel used a number of contrasting visible characters of garden pea, like round wrinkled seed, tall short plants, white violet flowers, and so on. He took pea plants with different characteristics. He crossed a tall and a short plant, produced progeny from them, and calculated the percentage of tall or short progeny. So, what was the percentage in his cross?
Ma'am, 3:1.
Ah, so if we want to express this in percentage, then 75% is to 25%. So in the first place, there were no halfway characteristics in this first generation because in first generation, all are tall, right? And all plants were tall. This means that only one of the parental trait was seen, not some of the mixture of two. So the next question were the tall plants in F1 exactly same as tall plants of parent generation. So Mendel experiment test this by getting both the parental plants and these F1 tall plant to reproduce by again self-pollination. In that the progeny of parental plants are of course all tall. However, the second generation F2 progeny of F1 tall plants are not tall. Instead, 1/4 of them are short, which indicate that both tallness and shortness traits were inherited in F1 plant. It means that dwarfness is also there in F1 generation, but although recessive in its form. But only tallness trait was expressed. From here only he found that there are two types of traits. One are dominant while other are recessive. So dominant traits are, how to define dominant traits, bete?
Ma'am, dominant traits are the ones which expresses itself whether or not in the presence of the recessive traits.
Very good. So dominant trait can be expressed itself even in the heterozygous condition, while the recessive one can express itself only in the homozygous condition. Thus, two copies of traits are inherited, each sexually reproducing organism. These two may be identical or different depending on the parentage. So a pattern of inheritance can be worked out with this assumption. Hope this point is clear, Bete.
Yes, ma'am.
So to obtain both generation, we are just going with self-pollination. We are not doing any cross-pollination here. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
If any query, you can ask, Bete.
Okay, ma'am.
So both capital T and capital T small t are tall plants, while only small t is a short plant. In other words, a single copy of T is enough to make the plant tall, while both copies have to be small t for the plant to be short. So it means trait like capital T called dominant, while small t called recessive traits. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now this is another cross between purple and white flower. Cross pollination, all purple. Self fertilization, the ratio is 3:1. Again a monohybrid cross. Right? So what
Yes,
happens when pea plants showing two different characteristics rather than just one are bred with each other? What do the progeny of a tall plant with round seed and a short plant with wrinkled seeds look like? So these are the 7 contrasting characters in a pea plant. So this slide is with the image. So I think now it's really very easy to understand, है ना? कि how the seed is round, how the seed is yellow, green, right? How the pod is constricted or inflated, right? How the pod color is green or yellow.
yes, ma'am.
So visual things are easy to learn, right? So they are tall and have round seed. Tallness and round seeds are thus dominant trait. So what happened when F1 progeny of pea plant showing two different characteristics rather than just one are used to generate F2 progeny by self-pollination? So a Mendelian experiment will find that some F2 progeny are tall plants with round seed and some are short with wrinkled seeds. Now over here we are considering two characteristics at a time. However, there would also be some F2 progeny that showed new mixture. Some of them would be tall but have wrinkled, while other would be short but have round. So tall short trait and round seed wrinkle seed traits are independently inherited. Now how to show this? Just to prove this, we have another cross. And that cross is called dihybrid cross. Before going to this slide, let me discuss this first. dihybrid cross. So what is dihybrid cross, beta?
Ma'am, a cross in which two traits are observed.
Very good. The cross in which the inheritance of two traits of contrasting characters are studied simultaneously. Called dihybrid cross, right? For example, tall and round seed cross with dwarf and wrinkled seed. Bete. This is your phenotype and genotype.
Ma'am, capital T, capital R.
Capital T, capital T, capital R, capital R. Because a trait can only be expressed in a pair. And that pair is what we call gene.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? Similarly,
Yes, ma'am.
dwarf, small t,
small t, and
smaller,
small r.
smaller. Same step. Gamete formation will take place. During this, what will happen? Will reduce to half splitted.
Yes, ma'am.
So 4 type of gametes can be formed, but over here both will be same. So let me write only 2. TR, TR. Okay. Now we'll produce F1 generation. So F1 generation will be
Ma'am,
TTRR, TTR, TTRR, TTR. It means all are
tall and have round seeds.
heterozygous, tall and round seed. So here the ratio is 1:1:1:1. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now for F2 generation, so P2R, TTRR self-pollinate with TTRR. Now again we'll do gamete formation. But here 4 types of gametes are formed. Those are, right, like capital T, small t, small t. Then capital R, capital R, sorry, capital R, small r, capital R, small r. Similarly here also, capital T, small t, small t. Capital R, small r, capital R, small. And now for this, we have to draw a table. Sixteen. This is TR, capital T, sorry, small t. Similarly, here also in the same pattern. Now do the cross multiply. capital T, capital T, capital R, capital
capital
R.
R, capital R.
Capital T,
Absolutely.
capital T, capital R, small r. This will be
Capital T, small t, capital R, capital R.
mm,
Capital T, small t, capital R, small r.
mm. Then second one.
Capital T, capital R, small r.
Correct.
Capital T, small r.
Mm,
Capital T, capital R, small r.
mm,
Capital T, small r, small r.
mm. Very good.
Capital T, small t, capital R, capital R. Capital
Sorry,
T,
sorry. Mm,
capital T, small t, capital R, small r. Small t, capital R, capital R. Capital small t, capital R, small r. Uh, Capital T,
while
small
speaking,
t,
it's confused us.
yes, ma'am. Uh,
Mm,
Capital T, small r.
mm.
Small t, capital R, small r. And small t, small r, small r.
Now we'll make a 90-degree angle. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So these all are tall and round, right?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Because capital one will express itself. Capital T for tall and capital R for round. Tall, round, tall, round, tall, round, then tall, round, tall, round, tall, round, tall, round, tall, round. This is 90-degree angle. Then bete, capital T means tall, small r means wrinkled.
Wrinkle.
Capital T again tall, small r wrinkled.
Wrinkle.
Capital T tall, small r
Wrinkled.
wrinkled.
Dwarf.
Right?
Yes,
Inner
ma'am.
one are
Dwarf
small t,
and
dwarf, round,
round,
dwarf, round,
round,
dwarf,
dwarf,
round.
round,
Right? So this
dwarf
is
and
inner right angle. Okay?
yes,
This is inner right angle. One is outer right angle, another is inner right angle. And finally, this is
dwarf and wrinkled.
dwarf and wrinkle. So here the phenotypic ratios, genotypic ratio is really very bhankar. So let me do phenotypic ratio first. So phenotypic ratio is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 5. Tall round, dwarf wrinkle. Then tall wrinkle,
Small wrinkled and dwarf round.
dwarf round. These are the new traits which are found here. On the other hand, if we try to find genotypic ratio, then now try to find having same genotype. Easy but a lengthy. This one is just one bit, capital T, capital T.
Ma'am, I think so. It should be 4:2:2:2:2:2:1:1.
You. But we have to mention ना किस तरह से किया हमने,
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So this is 2. This is also 2. Try to find with the same genotype.
Yes, ma'am. It is on the top.
Only 2.
Yes, ma'am.
चलो. Next type. TTRR. So इसका मतलब ये आ गया 1:2, 2:2. This is 1 only, I think.
No, ma'am. We have it.
2.
Yes, ma'am. Here.
Then
And
that's it.
that's it.
Again 2. Then
Ma'am, these are 4.
4.
Yes,
Majority
ma'am.
है. अच्छा ये पूरा रो ही है ना, एक लाइन में. All are in a straight line. 4. Very good. Then
Ma'am, this. Ma'am, this is single.
look,
And
this one and this one.
yes, ma'am. These
Again
2.
2. This is only 1,
Ma'am,
I think.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No,
This
wait.
one.
Wait. These are also 2.
Yes, ma'am.
This one is 1 only. And 1.
Yes, ma'am.
नहीं, it's not completed here. कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ. These are 1 only, है ना? These both.
Yes, ma'am.
Still 1 left. Oh, this one is also 1 here. Only 1 of
Yes.
its type. Now it's complete. So this is your genotypic ratio. This is just to show you ki how these are different from one another in their genotype. That's it, nothing else. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Any doubt with it?
No doubt, ma'am.
Similarly, you can practice round seed cross with green pod. Round seed and green pod cross with wrinkle seed and yellow pod. For this genotype will be RRGG and here RR small g small g. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is your homework. Take the screenshot. Save this page.
Done, ma'am.
Good. So look at this diagram, a very beautiful diagram with the help of which you can easily find. अगर हमारे पास diagram हो तो it's easy to calculate, है ना? So these again at 90 degree, then these are at 90 degree. Right? Rest escaped are mixed characteristics. So this is how we can find resulting genotype and phenotype. Right? And these are the symbols ki why for what we are taking small r, capital R, small y, capital Y. So over here we cross round seeds with yellow color, cross with wrinkled seed with green color. Right?
Right, ma'am.
Any doubt?
No doubt, ma'am.
Good. So how do trait get expressed, or how does the mechanism of heredity work? So most efficient enzyme and proteins definitely responsible for this, hormones, right? Less efficient enzyme and protein, less hormone for recessive trait. That's the only story behind this. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So now, before this, the next important topic is laws of inheritance. Actually, this chapter is very brief, so we'll discuss only those topics which are now there in our syllabus. Although this chapter was really very vast, but now the part portion is deleted. Okay, so we'll do only laws and these crosses. And one more is their sex determination. Later on, we'll do that also. Okay.
Okay,
So, how
ma'am.
many laws were there proposed by Mandel? So, Mandel postulate although 4 laws, but in our syllabus only 2 laws. The very first law is law of dominance and recessiveness. We'll do 3 laws. Yes. Now, how to define this law, Bete? According to law of dominance and recessiveness, when two homozygous individuals with one or more sets of contrasting characters are crossed. The character, very easy. This is just the explanation of monohybrid cross beta that appear in the F1 are called dominant, and those do not appear in the F1 are called recessive character. That's it. Hope it's easy to understand because we already done with
Yes,
mono
ma'am.
and dihybrid cross.
Yes, ma'am. It was easy.
So this is nothing but just the explanation of monohybrid cross, because in monohybrid cross we always cross homozygous individual. Capital T cross with small t and small t, and in in F1 generation all are heterozygous tall, right? So it means tallness is a dominant trait while dwarfness is a recessive trait.
Okay, ma'am.
Now next bache.
Ma'am, can you please show?
Yeah, sure, why not? You
Okay,
want to
ma'am.
take the screenshot?
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Yeah, sure,
You
sure.
can.
That's good. Really good. Beside replay and all those things, screenshots are really very beneficial. So you can note down all these definition in your notebook, right? You can prepare your self notes. Then is law of segregation. So when segregation happened, Bachchan?
Ma'am, during gamete formation.
Correct. So it states that two factors of a character get segregated apart when at the time of gamete formation, so that every gametes have one factor of a character. Suppose when capital T, small t segregated apart, at that time what will happen? Capital T and small t will segregated apart and will enter into a new pair where they can express itself. Due to this only in F2 generation small t express and one plant is dwarf.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why this law is also known as law of purity of gametes. Save this. Wait, let me finish with last. Law of independent assortment. Last law expressing dihybrid cross. So how they assort? Let me find. So definitely they all have independent assortment. Check it some easy definition. This one is easy. If the inheritance of more than one pair of characters is studied simultaneously. Let me know where we studied more than one character at the same time.
Hybrid cross.
Very good. So the factors for each pair of characters assort out independently of the other pairs. Right? That's why the ratio of dihybrid cross is 9:3:1, where independent assortment is there. So in dihybrid, the ratio is 9:3:3:1, where 9 are pure, not all pure, right? 9 and 1
Yes.
are parents, are only derived from parents, while these 3 and 3 are the new combinations. So it means each and every characters have independent existence. Although they
Okay.
all fail to express itself in first generation, but definitely they express themselves well in F2 generation. That's what we mean by independent assortment. That's why I discussed first cross and then loss. Hope now it's easy to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just save this page, bache. So these are the laws which are there in our syllabus known as Mendel's laws of inheritance,
Done, ma'am.
right? So this inheritance is really important biologically as well, because Mendel's laws have practical application, not only in plant breeding, but also in animal breeding. So if you heard about hybrid varieties, either hybrid
Yes.
animals or hybrid plants, right? So how those hybridization carried out, how those cross breeding or how those selective breeding takes place. So definitely we are using all these laws only, and definitely these help us to grow some disease resistance variety also, high yielding varieties also, right? Hope you heard about various new breeds of dogs, hens,
Yes.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
So these all these have been produced definitely with the help of this Mendelism only. So Mendel's definitely plays a very important role in all these heredity variation, right?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
I have a doubt, ma'am. What do we mean exactly by gametes?
Gametes. So beta, gamete is a pair of gene which expressed itself,
Okay, ma'am.
right? Suppose these are, hope you heard about chromosomes. Chromosomes bear gene over their head,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So for example, the gametes for male character is Y, while gametes for female character is X. So when these are in pair like XX or XY, then these are known as
Gametes.
gametes. And
Okay,
at
ma'am.
the time of reproduction, definitely they segregated apart and become haploid,
Okay, ma'am.
right? That's really good. Yes, go through this. If you still find any doubt, please ask.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, doubts are cleared.
Oh, that's good, great. So gametes similarly, that means gametes are nothing but these are the reproductive cells in simple language. Reproductive cells are also known as gametes, right? So hope you heard about in junior classes, you heard about female gametes, male gametes. है ना? Female
Yes, ma'am.
gametes are like egg cells and male gametes are like your sperms. And gametes
Yes,
are
ma'am.
usually haploid. Haploid means they have single set of
Haploid.
chromosomes.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So far we finished with the discussion of cross, two cross, monohybrid and dihybrid cross, right? Monohybrid, dihybrid. Ratio of monohybrid crosses 3:1.
Mhm.
Dihybrid crosses 9
9
is
is
to
to 3.
3 is to 1. Then we discussed laws. Three laws. First law is,
Law of dominance and recessiveness.
second law is,
Law of segregation.
third law is
Law of independent assortment.
independent. Right. So law of dominance expressed which cross?
Y- yes, ma'am.
Monohybrid.
Yes, ma'am.
And independent expressed
Dihybrid cross.
dihybrid. And law of segregation
During gamete formation.
explain
Yes,
gamete formation. Right?
yes, ma'am.
So in our next class, we'll do something more about these traits. So we'll use these laws to express few more crosses. Okay? We'll learn how to determine the sex of an individual.
Okay, ma'am.
Right?
Right, ma'am.
Okay then, bacha. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, bacha. Welcome.